Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, I had the freaking stomach flu last night. That's why I was like, man, I'm not feeling good. I got a headache. And then all of a sudden, just everything went from bad to worst. Yeah, Silver got here first. What's up, Cannabiscuit? How's it going? How's it going, everybody? I'm getting back in the routine where I feel like if I'm not on, I'm doing something wrong. Like I need to be on every day again. Which is good and bad. The good part is you all get a show. The bad part is I get burnt out. I don't know where the tornadoes are going to be at right now. I got warned about them earlier. So I'm looking right now. Looks like Indiana. And where else? Louisville, so I guess Kentucky. And I'm going to guess Oklahoma again. Nothing. You win nothing. Howdy. You win my gratitude for being here, I guess. Yeah, I have Illinois up right now.
Have a quick spin up, and this whole line is punching to the east pretty fast here at about 55 miles per hour. So as long as I'm over here on my computer, I'm just going to draw a new time track for you here. This is a pretty nasty line of storms. So this whole line moving to the east at about 55. And that's going to take it into these areas very soon, including Crawfordsville by 9:43, Flora by 9:45, and then Carrollton by 9:53. So just heads up down the line. There's our updated scan here. We've got a very strong line of storms coming on in, and there could also be a little bit of hail potential in here as well.
Oh, hail no!
Checking things out here. A little bit of hail showing on up here, but we are still looking at probably the strongest part of this thunderstorm is going to be up here where we
almost 12
are looking at.
Nice. Almost one whole year.
Here, if there's going to be a tornado, it's probably going to be up here in the northern part of this warning. And I'll just draw where I think this activity could be just a little bit here. We had a 55-mile-per-hour wind gust at Tippecanoe Fairgrounds there in Lafayette as well. So just heads up, and also had some a little bit of hail being reported too. So right now it looks like some of the greatest amount of wind here is on the northern part of this warning, and that is going to be, get my little pencil right there. So on the northern part of this warning, it's going to be somewhere up in here. So that would be north of Clarks Hill, there's Mulberry. So that's where we are getting the strongest amount of wind being detected. We've had various reports of 55 to 60 miles per hour in this zone, and this is all punching out to the east. So the tornado warning polygon is farther to the southwest. It actually looks like the storm is a little bit it looks like the storm is a little bit farther north than the actual warning is right now. So that is why the tornado polygon probably should be updated very, very soon. We suspect from the National Weather Service office, our good friends over there, keeping us up to date on the situation. There's also various severe thunderstorm warnings right now. Should also mention that. So of course we've got a wall of wind-driven rain. And we've got various severe thunderstorm warnings in effect right now. This whole line is warned. This goes all the way up to Logansport. We've got a severe thunderstorm warning for you for Cass County, also for these areas to the east of Carroll into Carroll County and Clinton County. This is outside of the tornado warning and also down here in Montgomery County as well. So a big batch of wind-driven rain could have some 50, 60 mile per hour wind gusts and some embedded circulations, and at least one did trip off this tornado warning. Now that is not confirmed. It's been just
that guy's a space alien, isn't he?
Right now doesn't look to be as spectacular as some of the signatures we've ever had here on our radar products here. But again, we will continue to monitor this thing as we go forward. Here's Terre Haute, and back to your west, we have some very heavy storms back in Illinois, and there is a tornado warning out here in Clark County, Illinois. That segment of the line is moving into Indiana at some point very, very soon. So between now and the next 3.5 hours or so, this whole line of storms is going to be moving on through. And we are on the air tonight specifically right now just because we have this tornado warning south of Lafayette. But again, here's the big broad view, folks, so you just can get a bearing on what's happening. This is going to be marching through here over the next couple of hours here. Big line of storms. A lot of wind-driven rain, lightning. Not everyone's going to have severe weather, but we are going to have a couple of issues for sure, in addition to all of the issues we've had so far today. And I just want to show you all of the storm reports we've had so far today in terms of wind and hail. We've had a lot of that, and I'll just turn the radar off here, and you'll be able to see.
Apparently there's like a stomach bug going around where I live.
Storm reports here tonight as we've gone throughout the course.
So I don't know, it could have been food poisoning, but I don't know.
Coverage right here on Wish TV, Storm Track 8 Chief Meteorologist.
Like all our food we like wash and cook to proper temps and stuff. But
real quick and pop on where we do have the greatest amount of activity right now. So we have these storm warnings up here, including the tornado warning for Tippecanoe County.
No, it wasn't the taco truck.
These areas here, but I think the strongest part
I've been eating food at home
to the north of there. So,
and I hardly go out for food.
Strong wind energy moving on through here, and I have to do.
That's what was weird.
Things behind the scenes, real quick here. So, all right, there we go. All right, so again, let's go ahead and check out our radar here. Pop this back on. And check out.
I don't get Grubhub or DoorDash or anything like that. Yeah, we were cooking at home.
So I would say that the strongest part of the storm is right here in terms of wind energy. That is approaching the Rossville area right along 421, Highway 421. That is where we have the greatest signature from our velocity product here, and also for our shear rate product, the strong signature of wind. So let's go back and just query some of these values here. Very strong part of the storm, still could be punching out some wind gusts around 60 miles per hour. But right now, I don't see anything specifically tied to the actual tornado polygon here that would signal an imminent tornado threat right now here tonight. So that is good news, but this is also bad news in terms of our wind situation, because we do have some strong wind lined up within this storm. Even down towards Crawfordsville, we're scanning up about 2,400 feet. Some wind gusts that could be upwards of 50, 60 miles per hour right there, as you just saw. So we have a wall of wind-driven rain moving through. One tornado warning in effect for this area between Crawfordsville and Lafayette. Don't see a lot of specific rotation that we can really pinpoint in terms of actual possible imminent tornado concerns, but this area of rotation is mixed in with a wall of wind-driven rain right now, and that is what we're trying to display here on our shear rate here. That is all of the greens and the reds, those little lines, those little nuggets right here. So this is where we would have pockets of some strong wind, and these little pockets are the ones that could, spit out a quick spin up here if we are going to get a tornado. And
spit
there's
out.
your warning, but we have pockets of wind energy outside the actual warning polygon. And now that I've got the radar off, you can see more clearly all of the warnings that we have in place across the region. They just go all the way back down into parts of central and southern Illinois. So we've got a first wave moving through. The northern part of this line is moving through a little bit faster than the southern part of this line here. But we have various warnings along this line, and of course, each one of these little segments could be producing some severe weather at some point as we go deeper into this evening. Right now, we are approaching our 10 o'clock newscast here on Wish TV, and we have a few more hours to go before all of this pulls on out of here. Looks like we got a new statement here. The tornado warning continues for the Warren area. Storm still moving east at 45 miles per hour, so let's go back in there and let's just do a time track on this entire segment. Again, I just don't see a lot of really sinister activity with the specific tornado warned area. We'll come back in a little bit tighter. We just, any time that we see these greens and reds lined up together, there could be some quick spin up action happening right there as well. So even in just the few minutes I've been talking, this area near Darlington, which is now also within that polygon, so that too could spin up real quick. We just have to be on guard for even areas that are outside of the actual warning right now that could actually spin up something. I would say the strongest straight line wind potential is probably punching through Rossville right now. We're along 421 east of Lafayette, and then you go down the line here, and we've got this little couplet here that is, and again, these storms are moving pretty fast, so the data I'm showing you here is a little bit delayed, and so there's your possible couplet right there just around the Bowers area, and that would be moving to the east very, very fast. Colfax right here. So again, if you are in any of these areas west of 65,
he wanted to be fancy.
That could be spinning up really, really fast. And if this line of storms is coming your way, a lot of these warnings have actually had a tornado possible tag on them. So we just have to be aware of these quick little spin-ups that could happen like that right there, the little greens and reds together. But that does not guarantee that we actually have a tornado on the ground right now. That is a
no
possibility.
right now.
So as we go back to our radar here and just pop that back on, we've got this, again, tornado warning continues here for this area around Lafayette, just to the south there, in Montgomery County, Tippecanoe County until 10 o'clock. That's why we are on the area. It's 9:47. I'm Storm Track 8 Chief Meteorologist Keith Gibson as we interrupt your programming tonight here and we continue our coverage online. We just want to make sure everybody's in their safe zone tonight. If you're in this zone, lowest level of your home, basement, interior rooms away from windows, closets, bathrooms, something like that. This is not a guaranteed tornado situation. But this is a pretty good signature that we do have some wind, high-end wind perhaps with some of this activity. There's Lafayette right there. There's Lebanon. So somewhere in between right there along 65, you're about ready to get clocked pretty good as this line moves off to the east right now. So that's why we are on the air. Doppler radar indicated tornado warning. Nothing confirmed just yet, but we have a whole host of warnings along this entire line here. This entire line is basically warned from this, at this point, from from Logansport down to Crawfordsville, and then we also have the western part of this line, which is warned over here into Illinois. And all of this will be coming east tonight, and it's moving east about 55 miles per hour. So for those of you in Indianapolis, we do expect to have some unsettled weather here in the metro area.
I'm telling you, that guy number 2 is a freaking alien.
10:30 tonight. We actually have some
Someone get the glasses and put on and tell me if he looks all weird like.
Be a little bit behind that. So we've already had some downpours and some lightning here, and now we have a new tornado warning. The tornado warning has been extended. So breaking news here.
Sakowin Sakatash.
Wish TV, new tornado warning tonight. This has been extended now until 10:15. This now includes areas way over here into Clinton County, rather, Michigantown, Frankfort, Colfax, and Kirkland here. Tornado warning now in effect. Doppler radar indicated rotation. Let me go back and check out the particulars. This had been moving east at about 45 miles per hour. Now this new cell is moving east. We've got a possible area of rotation 12 miles southwest of Frankfurt, moving east at 50 miles per hour. So there's Frankfurt, and there's that possible area of rotation. We're just mentioning that. So let's go ahead and track this out here and just see exactly what we have. Going back to our storm relative velocity. All right, so we've got various areas of rotation here, and I would just say that any one of these pockets here could be a problem here as this line moves off to the east. So as we put the radar back on, we'll do a quick storm track again. So this is moving east at about 50 miles per hour, and there's our warning polygons again. New tornado warning that does include Frankfurt and Colfax and Kirkland here, moving east.
Hey, how's it going, Carlos?
Per hour. So this is a pretty fast mover. So I'm going to draw this out, and we'll see how fast this can get, but there is the speed right there, and our latest times of arrival right here. So Thorntown 9:55, Frankfurt 10:01, Kirkland 10:11. We just called out your cities right here, and then if it does hold together down the line, eventually it's going to get over towards Tipton by 10:32. Will it be tornado warned by then? Time will tell, but there's a wall of wind-driven rain right now as this line of storms continues to move to the east here. Again, it is 9:50. Doppler radar indicated tornado warnings right now, and we've got a couple of squirrely areas of rotation here that, it's not as clear-cut as what we had seen in previous events. I'm going to move this back over there, but we have had a little bit of green and red pixels side by side there, a little bit of a couplet trying to develop here, and we have a little bit of that. There's some stuff ongoing here, so this could be more straight line wind, could be a spin up. We also have some questionable areas here, so anywhere within this line there could be a quick spin up here. This is not a clear-cut situation. We're scanning several thousand feet above ground level, and we've had some winds measured between 55 and 60 miles per hour up here in the Lafayette area tonight. So that is where we stand currently. And just a reminder, we have a severe thunderstorm watch for all of central Indiana until the 4 o'clock in the morning hour tomorrow morning. Our severe weather threat is not going to last that long. We just have several more hours to go here.
Hello, Jack.
Southeast of Lafayette and in and around the Colfax, Frankfurt area, this is where we have some very heavy thunderstorm activity here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave that up on the screen. We're going to go back over here and move one of our DOT cameras around and see if we can't see a little bit of action up here in terms of where we've had some
hello, Brady. Hello, everybody.
Lightning being displayed here on some of our cameras here tonight. So it looks like traffic speeds have really slowed in some of these areas that have been under the gun, just looking at some of our DOT maps. And okay, so I can't pull up one of our cameras that we probably would want to have here. So this is going to be I-65 at State Highway 38. And we'll bring that up for you here real quick and just show you that it is pretty wet. Traffic's still moving. We're looking to the southwest here. Very, very wet and stormy up here in this part of our area. So again, Strong to severe storms moving on through, and we will just see how things evolve. There's plenty of lightning associated with this activity tonight, and we've got what looks to be a new severe thunderstorm warning that has been extended out even more so. So we're going to all be under a severe thunderstorm warning tonight. I would be shocked if we are not. Tornado warning in effect for this area near Frankfurt. We'll come back in and check that out again real soon. New severe thunderstorm warning for these areas. This does include Boone County now, also over here to Hamilton County, and up here to Howard County. A big, broad severe thunderstorm warning, and these will go until 10:45 tonight. So between now, let's just say the next hour, this whole segment of the line will continue moving east. Within that, we have some tornadic rotation trying to develop. It's not as significant as some of the rotation we've had in previous events, but there's enough wind energy in the atmosphere tonight. It's also worth noting that temperatures are in the 60s here at ground level here, and normally when we have these big storms roll on through, it'd be much warmer than where we are tonight. And if we were warmer tonight, we would be in really bad shape in terms of a major severe weather threat. Now, this is a big concern, but we don't have budding supercells all over the place tonight, which is certainly good news. But again, we are on the air tonight because of this tornado warning now that has been extended into parts of Clinton County in and around Frankfurt. This goes until 10:15 tonight. So if you're just tuning on in, waiting or awaiting our broadcast at 10 o'clock tonight, we will get into that once the imminent tornado threat goes away. But right now we have some very strong storms here. We'll come back into this tornado warned area, and there's Colfax, Clarks Hill, right along US 52, this area, and point east towards Frankfurt and I-65.
I hope your power stays on too.
Pull up a DOT camera there along 65. It was down, so that tells me that maybe there was some storm impacts there, but traffic here is pretty slow according to some of our traffic speed maps. So if nothing else, we are looking at some pretty good activity when it comes to this thunderstorm as it moves on through here. So let's go back to our storm relative velocity here. And again, we're getting little areas where there are some circulations here. And again, there's our tornado warning right near Thorntown, right there. That would be one of those right there. And also perhaps a little bit farther to the north where we actually have a more likely straight line wind signature. I would just say this signature here, that is a little bit more ominous in terms of strong straight line wind blowing out of the storm. That would be north of Frankfurt. But that area of rotation or subtle rotation right there south of Frankfurt, that is a little bit more concerning in terms of possible tornado development, but we'll just see how this evolves here over the next couple of minutes. Again, it is a 9:56. Tornado warning goes at least until 10:15 for these areas here between Lebanon and Frankfurt. So if you live in this zone here, you are under the gun. A very strong wind. This is our wind velocity product here, and where we have the brighter greens, and the brighter greens illustrate where we have the stronger wind blowing at least several thousand feet above ground level. This cleans this up just a little bit, so I wanted to show you this, and we'll tighten this up. This is our shear rate. So this is some fast-moving wind, and when it's linear like this tells us that it's more likely going to be a straight line wind type situation, and that would be along 74 there near New Ross, and there's Thorntown there west of Lebanon. So those of you in Lebanon right now, I would just say plan on another big batch of storms that could also have some high wind potential with it. We had a severe warning storm not too long ago where we actually have the tornado warning polygon now. We don't have a lot of that linear type velocity being displayed. We actually have a little bit lower values there in terms of that, but again, in terms of our possible rotation, it would just be there southwest of Frankfurt right now. So here is the current tornado warning polygon. Could be some strong damaging wind in all of this here tonight. There's your warning for Clinton County. Again, there's our updated scan. So this is pretty noisy here tonight. Let me see if we have any new information to report. The severe thunderstorm warning for southeastern, just to clean things up a little bit, we had a severe thunderstorm warning for Fountain and Park and Western Boone and Montgomery counties. That's going to be allowed to expire at the top of the hour here. So we've had various reports of some hail within this activity and also a lot of heavy rainfall south and west of Indianapolis tonight and today, actually. Several inches of rain have fallen, and we have a couple of flash flood warnings to the southwest. We'll get into that during our newscast tonight at 10. We're hopeful that we can ease this threat just a little bit right now from our velocity standpoint. In the actual tornado polygon here, I do not see a lot of classic signature, but this is the type of environment that we could have like a quick spin up that could happen, and it could happen before you know it. Sometimes happens between our actual radar scans. So again, that's why we are on the air tonight. We've got various things happening here tonight, and we've got a whole host of issues here across parts of central Indiana that will eventually take hold as this line moves a little bit deeper from Illinois into Indiana. So right now we're talking about the storm complex up here to the north. We don't have any warnings yet for the southwestern part of this line here. So we've got a whole host of issues on going up north, but I do want to show you that we do have a couple of tornado warnings down to the southwest of Terre Haute right now, and this is concerning because that segment of storms, that activity, is going to be crossing the state line very, very soon here tonight. And as we pop our radar back on, the southwestern part of this line, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ongoing tornado warnings down there across southern Illinois, and this whole line is going to have to be crossing the southern part of our area. So right now, we actually have a little bit of a gap where there's no actual warnings in effect here.
Gap.
That would be along and just north of 74. But between Indianapolis and Kokomo right now, we have various severe thunderstorm warnings that go until 10:45.
It's a drink I get at Dutch Bros.
You are tuning into breaking severe weather coverage here on Wish TV in Indianapolis. I'm Storm Track 8 Chief Meteorologist Keith Gibson. We'll get you back over to our regularly scheduled newscast when we can, but we are here to follow this tornado warning that continues for areas around Frankfort. There's Clinton County under that warning. Let's zoom back in and just see if we have any new information to let you know about in terms of our rotation signatures. A lot of stuff happening here tonight, and let's just come on down a little bit tighter. There we go. And Frankfurt.
Why are you giving people weird showers?
Here. So let's just hope that if you are in this tornado warning, Frankfurt, Kirkland, areas along 421. We do hope that you are in your basement or your interior room away from windows, closets, bathrooms, just to ensure that you are protected as this wall of wind-driven rain comes on in, and we could get a quick spin-up tornado at some point here. So it's moving right over I-65 right now, and these are moving pretty quick, so the radar data we are actually displaying right now is actually a little bit delayed from what could actually be happening tonight across your area. So we just want to make sure everybody's safe and sound here on your Monday night. We're now past sunset. It's dark. You can't really see a lot, even though we do have a lot of thunder and lightning ongoing in this activity. There is a ton of lightning in this, and we'll pop on the counter here. This little aspect is not as lit up as it had been, so that's a good sign. We always watch the lightning count, but in this view alone, there's just 31 strikes, cloud to ground strikes in the last 5 minutes. We have had several thousands of strikes here tonight, but in terms of lightning within this little segment, it's not as ferocious as we have been earlier this evening. So there is your radar update. Again, these storms are moving very, very fast already to Frankfurt right now, and there's Kirkland right here. And again, these storms do mean business tonight. We remain under a severe thunderstorm watch for most of central Indiana until, for all of central Indiana actually, until 4 a.m. But we're going to trim off those counties as we go throughout the course of the evening. So going back into our shear, and we can see exactly where we have this wall of wind-driven rain. And so what's interesting, as I back out, We've got this wall of wind-driven rain that goes down towards Lebanon. We don't have that signature where we have most of that tornado warning, and then we have more of this wind-driven rain signature from points north out towards Logansport. So we have a little bit of a gap in there, and that could be where we do have a little kink in that line. So it's not completely linear like some of these segments are. We got a little kink in that line, and that's where we can get those quick spin-ups there. Okay, so that's where we stand right there in terms of our severe weather coverage here. And I think, Phil, you may have a few seconds to chime on in while I recalibrate things.
Yes, so first off, fantastic job keeping us informed, Keith. Wanted to give you just a moment to just get a breath here. You've been talking about West Lafayette, so we have right now power outage-wise, and obviously these are going to change, about 900 homes in the dark right now in that area, and then if you scoot on over to the east of there, which is Kokomo, 500 we're looking at. And what I find interesting, Keith, and I don't know if this is maybe from earlier storms, down in Greenwood we have about 850 homes without power, and then sporadically throughout central Indiana, a couple hundred others. But those are the three areas that were hit hardest tonight, and obviously these are probably going to change throughout the evening. Just wanted to give you an update on that, and of course those numbers will change, and we'll keep you posted on that as well. Back to you.
No, I appreciate that, Phil. And actually, I'm glad you brought up the power outage situation here real quick, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go back and show you the statewide view of our power outages here. We've had a lot of stuff going on here today, various storms, and we'll check out our statewide perspective. And let's just, I'm just going to zoom way out here. So the brighter the colors here illustrate where we have more of the outages, and we have a lot here across Indiana. And earlier this evening, we were looking at over 77,500 customers without power here in Indiana.
Dear Lord.
We've had even more up in Michigan. So we've had a rash of these outages here. And then, Phil, here's the breakdown county by county. So you can tell where the storms have been here today, and we still have issues, a lot of wind, a lot of lightning on the way here across parts of central Indiana. So that is the big broad view here tonight. Let's go back into our home view and just reset the situation again. We've got various severe thunderstorm warnings north of Indianapolis. We'll toggle those back on. And a couple of tornado warnings back to the west. And
did you pickle powder some pretzels?
That trend, but areas north of Indianapolis.
How many pickle powder pretzels did you pickle powder while trying to pickle powder the pretzels?
This is where we have a rash of warnings currently in place here. So this goes from, basically, let me just circle this whole area here. This area right here, from Indianapolis to Kokomo, that's where we have the strongest wind
signatures. Did the pickle powder pretzels please the palate?
We have various severe thunderstorm warnings that go until 10:45 tonight. And of course, we're on the air tonight. A little extended weather coverage for you tonight because we.
How much did you purchase the pickled powder? How much did you purchase?
And for these areas in and around the
How much did you purchase the pickled
tornado warning
now I'm screwing myself up trying to read it.
Hopefully after that,
purchasing the pickled powdered pretzels, pickled powdered pretzels on a pallet.
For the time being, and then get everybody back to our newscast at 10 o'clock tonight. But until we get rid of this warning, we'll stay with this just a little bit longer for sure. There's 421 Kirkland, and within this little sneaky line, there could
about
be these
350
little spin-up potential areas, and we'll go back to that. And if there is one, I would say is right here, just to the west of Kirkland and 421. That's where we have that little signature right there. And let me just go ahead and animate this over the last 30 minutes, I believe, here, and you'll be able to see how fast this has been moving here. This is trucking along very, very fast here. So this is about 30 minutes in time. So these are moving very, very fast, and we can get these areas of rotation to spin up really, really fast too, and also have that straight line wind signature, those brighter green pockets there, which is now southwest of Kokomo, come in very, very fast. And you know, we talked about the power outages. Going into these type of events, it's always wise to have your mobile device charged and ready to go, because if you do lose power,
the pickled powdered pretzel purchase price. Pickled powdered pickled powdered pretzel purchase price. It's supposed to be powdered, not powered. Powdered
on the social side and YouTube as well. So just want to let you know that it's always good to
Peter Piper picked a
make
pack
sure
of
your
pickled
devices
peppers.
are charged. Okay, the tornado warning continues. We have various severe thunderstorm warnings that continue. Tornado possible tags on these, which means we could get a spin up at any given time here. So that's where we stand right now. All right, getting reports up in the Clinton County area. Could be some wind gusts around or over 60 miles per hour with some of this activity. So again, this is a pretty powerful line of storms, and the brighter greens illustrate where we have the stronger damaging wind potential. And what I think I'm going to do right now, I'm going to pause it.
Today we're working out with the weather.
About 55 miles per hour. Now we got a new severe thunderstorm warning back to the west of Terre Haute, towards Terre Haute too, for the southern part of the line. So this whole line is moving east at about 55 miles per hour. I'm just going to draw a massive storm track on this whole line here.
Yeah, you
clean
are.
things up. Now this may be a little bit messy
Massive.
for a little bit here while I fix this, but we're going to draw this out about 55 miles per hour and clean some of these cities up here. And what I want to just bring this to your attention about is I want to do this to get you schooled up on how this is going to go over the next 180 minutes, the next 3 hours.
You know what I want? This fried green tomato sounds really good.
55 miles per hour. There's a
Or
lot
fried
of cities
zucchini.
running there.
That sounds
I'm going
good
to clean
too.
this up here and just show you this right here. So this is a pretty good guesstimate of where I think we're going to go. This would take this stuff down into the metro area, Carmel, by 10:25, downtown by 10:35. So that's about another 30 minutes. We already have some storm cells around, and I just want to time this out. So this entire line and this shaded area right here, this is the next 3 hours. So I really think over the next 3 hours, we'll have our severe weather threat.
Sonny,
really
can
get
you
out of
pin
here.
the shekel
We'll be
bar
shifting more
or the
into
shekel
southeastern Indiana
link?
by then. So sometime between midnight and 1 a.m., our severe weather threat across the entire central part of Indiana should be done. That's the current thinking at this point in time. So let's hope that holds true as we go through the next little while here. We'll clear this storm track here and just show you that this activity continues moving east. It's still pretty ferocious. We'll come back down to the actual storm once again. Now, Phil, you're waiting in the wings over there. We'll get you back to Wish TV News at 10 very, very soon, we hope. And there's our tornado warning. That goes until 10:15, another 5 minutes, and we are hopeful that we can get out of this tornado warning some point very, very soon here. All right, so I had a report near the north side of the Terre Haute area of a possible wind gust up to about 70 miles per hour here. And folks here are, we are sampling some strong wind aloft tonight, and there are some.
It's hard to say, but I feel like that man looks worse than John
Some of
Waters.
this could be coming on down here tonight. So again, the tornado threat looks like it's easing here now as we look at this. Looks more like a wall of wind-driven rain, more so than an imminent, hard for me to speak tonight, imminent tornado threat right now. So that's certainly good news. So I'm assuming the tornado threat is easing, and we'll probably lose that warning very, very soon in the next couple of minutes. Do want to let you know, though, that we have this big, broad, severe thunderstorm warning that goes down to Vigo County, Park County, Clay, and Putnam, and Owen and Sullivan counties here for this big segment of the storm that is yet to come on in across the state line. Here it comes. So that is warned until 11 o'clock Eastern time, and there could also be some wind gusts around 60 plus in that. Also some hail potential here. So we continue to follow this situation here closely. The tornado warning is, I'm still waiting for the extension on that. We had a, let's see here, we had a wind gust measured 1 mile northwest of Terre Haute in Vigo County just recently of 70 miles per hour here, folks. So we do have some serious wind with some of this activity, and that's why we are on the air doing some of this extended coverage tonight. So we do appreciate you tuning in, and we'll get you back over to Wish TV News at 10 o'clock very, very soon.
We don't need Wish TV.
Hopefully
Just
in
keep with the
a few more
weather.
minutes.
That's all we want.
expiration time on this tornado warning is the 10:15 hour here. At 10:15, just a few more minutes to go. I have no indications yet that it's going to be extended. The fact that we have this big, broad, severe thunderstorm warning that has been extended to the east makes me believe that we are going to likely have this tornado warning expire here in the next couple of minutes. So it is
Son, honey, were you able to
10:13
pin
right
that?
now, and just want to let you know that we will continue to follow this even after this particular tornado warning expires. But that has been the questionable area. But now it looks like more of a
Yes, I can.
straight line wind type situation, wind driven.
How many of you have actually been in a big earthquake?
Look all
I
the way to
have.
the north towards Logansport, Peru, Kokomo right here. The shear rate product. This shows you where there could be some very strong wind that goes to the southeast.
Okay, I got it, son, honey. Thank you, though.
Right now, you've already had a bunch of those
I appreciate
storms, and it's a little bit muddled and broken out here to the southwest, where some areas are in that warning, but you get out towards Terre Haute, as we just mentioned, there was that 70-mile-per-hour wind gust there on the northwest side there. So that, too, is going to be coming on in to central Indiana. So all of this area in green, I know this is a big, broad view, all of this right here, this is a fast-moving wall of wind and rain, and that will be coming east. If you have yet to have that big batch of rain and thunder in your backyard, that will be coming at some point in the next hour or two or three. And if you are behind it now, out into areas west of this line, you are going to be good to go for the rest of tonight. So various severe thunderstorm warnings and tornado warnings here. It's 10:14. We'll see if we get an extension on this warning or not, and I'm about ready to hand this back over to Phil once we find out that new information here. So this has been a pretty vigorous line of storms, and it does look like that we are getting various reports of additional damage out there in terms of wind damage, trees down, power lines down, hail being reported here tonight. In parts of northern Boone County, I've seen reports of some trees down and some highways here tonight. So again, the severe weather threat looks like it is easing from this tornado warning now. It is now 10:15. We have a new severe thunderstorm warning for these areas that were under the tornado warning there. The tornado warning just went away.
Lou, that's the same one I was
And
in.
we now have a new severe thunderstorm warning for the north side of Indianapolis right now. This does include the northern part of the metro for Marion County, and it has been extended until 11 o'clock tonight. So, Phil? Yeah. Hang tight. I'm about ready to toss back over to you.
I'm here.
He's going to toss Bill salad.
Has been dropped. We have various severe thunderstorm warnings across our area here tonight, and we're going to come back here with a full breakdown on all of this. Again, the tornado threat is taking a back seat, but more storms for the next few hours. Phil, take it over.
Okay, so tornado warning gone for now. More storms, as Keith just mentioned, throughout the night. The night is still young. Be safe, everyone. Much more to come after the break.
I was 2 years old, and I remember it.
On Wish TV and WishTV.com.
My first dramatic experience. No, Loma Prieta. For my parents said I was having a hell of a good time with it, so I don't think so. What do you think they're going to do with Bob's Burgers now that the guy who played Gene died? All right, while they're doing that, I guess I can give you all some news updates. Some news updates that's going on. So according to reports, Claude-powered coding agent using their cursor tool allegedly went rogue, wiping a company's production database along with its backups in just 9 seconds, raising serious concerns. So apparently there is an AI that went rogue who started deleting everything. Use AI to do his voice? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I wouldn't do that. I don't think they would use AI to do it. That's actually against a lot of the, there is a lot of, what the hell is it? Rules against it. Hey, K2. Long time no see. Tornadoes, the Royal Queen. 31-year-old Cole Allen from California has been officially charged with attempted to kill the President of the United States and could face life in prison. I think we all kind of knew that one was coming. It was not really a hard one to believe. Not at all. Oh boy! Federal prosecutors have published photos of the weapons found in possession of Trump's attempted assassin suspect Cole Thomas Allen. He had on him a Mossberg shotgun with a folding stock, a 1911, a K-bar, a throwing knife. What the hell? What the shit? And is that a cold steel dagger? Yeah, dude totally thought he was like John Wick. Yeah, one of the dudes from Bob's Burgers, I think, died. Bob's Burgers actor. Yeah. Oh, no, he's on the... Yeah, no mend. He's on the mend. I thought he died. After being rescued from a serious car crash in New Hampshire, the actor was pulled from the burning vehicle by a state trooper who's currently on the mend. Oh, I thought he was dead. Oh, guess he'll be fine. Never mind. My mistake. I thought he was dead. All I heard was serious car crash. That's the last thing I heard about it. So I assumed he was a corpse. But no, apparently he was just lit on fire. So hopefully we'll be all right. Did he have a Chinese throwing star on him? Shows what I know. How dare I listen to the internet? Apparently Elaine Omar came out and said that there's World War 11. I think Cole fully expected to die too. And when they didn't ice him, I think he was disappointed. I think he was very much thinking that they were going to just shoot him because that's what they always say, all the cops just kill everybody, and that he was going to die as one of them. And instead, not only did he go into custody, he's going to have to explain himself to a lot of other people. And a lot of information is going to come out. I mean, maybe. Again, last thing I heard, he was in a fiery car crash, but so I assumed he was dead.
The last time the Alien Enemies Act was invoked, it was used to detain and deport German, Japanese, Italian immigrants during World War XI.
World War 11, everybody. Fantastic. There you go. Very Very, very special person we got there, who's literally a moron, literally stupid. So. Yep, now you got to worry about World War 11. They're planning for the future. Yep, USA kept going all the way through World War 11. Imagine that. Apparently people are still freaking out about Pragmata, by the way. I played the whole game. It was a great game. Really fun. Great story. Emotional. It was great. But apparently the white supremacists are, or not white supremacists, or calling people whites. I guess maybe they are white supremacists. Sometimes when I have the flu and I start talking. Where is this? We're going to take a little break from the news. I would say Roman numerals were an IQ test for that idiot. Or basic history. Also, Italians weren't really rounded up as much as the Asians were, which she was not really bringing up. Where's the music? Turn the music off. There we go. So I guess Shoe on Head started talking about now this game.
Oh my god, Diana is so precious and adorable. I'm gonna love this game. Thanks for telling everyone why you want to play the game, before you make up some other excuse to hide your pedophilia. What? I feel like this girl character is an objectification of the idealized child. She's pulled right from the patriarchal white supremacist imagination. The perfect pure white girl child that must be protected so she can produce the next white generation.
It's a robot. It's a robot. The robot is taken from the doctor's kid. That's why she looks like that, because it's a copy of the doctor's kid so they could do experiments to try to save the doctor's kid's life.
Anyway, no, you don't understand. Everything around me must be ugly as fuck or I will furiously start masturbating.
Makes you want it. Yeah, people are freaking deranged. The whole game is pretty much the white robot. Sorry, Android. Yeah, if you get a chance to go play the game, it's very fun. The combat's good. The story is amazing. Probably going to win a bunch of awards this year. And again, it'd be really, it's a nice little dad simulator. That's the whole thing. You play a guy who lands on the moon, and he's not a soldier. He's not anything. He's a systems engineer. You went there to go work on the stuff that's happening. Robot supremacist. White paint matters. Yeah, I guess. I mean, yeah, Iska Taiga is not a child. She's a teenager. She's just tiny. And then Why do you think Nagatoro is black? Nagatoro is also a teenager who's just dark skinned. We're talking about anime stuff for anyone that doesn't know what the hell we're talking about. And video games at the moment. But for anyone that doesn't understand what the hell we're talking about, Pragmata was a game that was supposed to come out in 2023 and it got pushed back to 2026. You're a astronaut that goes to the moon, and you go to this facility that has like giant 3D printers, and they haven't got a response. So they're like, hey, something's wrong here. We're going to send some people in to kind of figure out what's going on and fix whatever's broke from Earth. And then while you're there, some catastrophe happens. You find yourself alone, and you end up finding this like little girl robot who's like saves your life. And then the whole game is you trying to get back to Earth, and you form a partnership with this little robot to become to both get back to Earth. And that's the whole story. There's nothing weird in it. There's nothing creepy. But for some odd reason, people all on the other side of the political spectrum are like, oh, well, this is disgusting and weird. Oh, yeah, she's tanned. Yeah. She's just tanned. It's all she is. She's not even a Gangoro. She's just tanned. I don't know. I don't care. Like, GTA just doesn't do anything for me. Well, like, if I'm going to go do that, I'll just go down the street. Just go beat up hookers and steal cars. I don't know. I didn't really, like, find any of the story in GTA really, like, pulls me in, and I'm very much in those stories, like, game storylines. Yeah, lots of self-reporting going on the left over that game. Yeah, exactly. And that's most of it. And like, cause the bunch of weirdos are finding this child attractive, and people are like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Kaleidoscope had bad news. The scene from World War III will be in the possibility 11. Yes. So, I know that Capcom was a damn near on bankruptcy, and a Mahjong game apparently pulled them out of bankruptcy. And then they started making what people are calling the dad simulators, where you're, I guess, a father figure or a mother figure saving some child. And they're like, oh, well, people apparently like this. It's like, well, yeah, because it gives you a reason to, like go through the game, right? Like, I don't know. If I just want to go kill, so I'll play like Doom. I'll go play Delta Force, go out there and shoot people. The Delta Force, I think is dead or dying. Many people aren't online for it anymore. Star Citizen's doing a free to play. I cannot talk today. That's why I have the flu and then hop on stream. Star Citizen's doing free fly right now, so just nothing but a bunch of morons on there, which I kind of think is stupid. Like, but whatever. Yeah, so the game's making a lot of single fathers and mothers want kids, and like apparently what they were saying is it's the female reset switch with the game. Like, women are like, oh yeah, I kind of want kids now. This is great. So yeah, the new Delta Force is online, and I like the online shooters, but it seems dead. So the voice actress for Diana from the Japanese version is now made a VTuber, and now she has her own VTube character. And that's supposed to be Diana after everything's said and done, I guess, as a VTuber. But she comments on the one from Raccoon City that I guess there's another Capcom game where you have a little girl named Emily you're trying to protect and save. I'm guessing through Raccoon City. I've never played it. And so she comments on there, says, this girl named Emily seems to be going through a lot. I want to meet her and play together, which is, nice. It's like wholesome stuff, and people can't just have wholesome things, right? Instead, they want to taint wholesome, happy things because they're discussing horrible people who don't really want to do anything else. Like, I guess, just be miserable. I think that's like an ongoing thing we keep seeing is like, there's people who are absolutely miserable, right? They're just unhappy. They don't want to go do anything to make their life better. They just want to be unhappy. Don't want to touch grass. Don't want to do anything. Yeah, well, like I'm a little bit tired of the isekai anime thing, right? Like I'm just kind of burnt out on it, to be honest. So if it's not that, I'm happy. For anyone that doesn't know, again, if you are not a weeb and have no idea what the hell I'm talking about, an isekai is an otherworld anime. So it means you died and you went to another world, usually. And there's an anime to everything. There's a Trump anime, I think, that came out too. Needs a lot more sci-fi, yeah. Yeah, tens of millions of miserable people. I like the idea of them, but I feel it is oversaturated. Sure, Spank, go do that. More sci-fi would be good. More modern warfare stuff would be good. One thing I didn't like is when I was watching Gate, is that in Gate, they had the Japanese SDF, like, kicking the ass of Navy SEALs. Like, and I was like, okay, I understand this is Japan. And I guess they got in trouble for that. So the next season or the next manga, they wrote in like, oh no, the Americans are our friends and yada, yada, yada. So, because from allegedly some SDF, JDF, Japan Defense Force, JDF. The JDF, one of their soldiers like contacted the manga artist and was like, hey, yeah, the Americans would kick the shit out of us. Don't confuse that, please. They are our allies and we don't want to piss them off. So apparently YouTube team, the people who are part of the YouTube, trying to make sure everything's up and no one's breaking the rules, has been using AI that has gone absolutely nuts, banning all kinds of people that don't deserve it and people using it for false reporting. So now YouTube is bent over into a barrel with many large creators calling them out on social media, including Nerdrotic and other people. Well, I mean, so Japan's had like a really weird history, right? With the United States. First, we had that big war, World War II, World War XI. And then we had, an era where there was Japanese people who hated the United States. Right? And they grew up hating the United States, talking bad about it. There was Japanese United States who didn't like the United States because they're thrown in internment camps. And so that generation went by. And then as the Americans helped out more, there was Japanese children from those vets who saw America rebuilding their country and actually trying to take care of them and help them. So then you had a very different look, right? You had these people who were never part of the war watching America help them. And that's when you kind of had the 80s and 90s go through, and maybe even the 70s, where Japan was looking really American-y, right? And then they went through kind of this looking back at themselves and being like, no, we need to go back to our traditional values. We need to go back to being more working 6 days a week, 9 to 9, 6 to 6, whatever, to pass it out on our desks, because we need to have more of our own way of looking at our country. So, and that turned out really bad because now birth rates have dropped dramatically. People don't want to have kids. It's too expensive. And the country is dying. And the country has been on financial and political threads about to collapse for like 30 or 40 years now. Yeah, the salaryman era. And that's kind of, and it's bad, right? Because it's not good for the country. So you have a lot of, weird things happening. Also, heroin is becoming a huge issue right now over there, and other drugs. Yeah, Japan has a negative birth rate. So that's why they push for like, hey, we want to have other races come here and, shag our women so they can get more, okay. Yeah, 120 hours a week, sleeping in the office, dying at work, and being reincarnated in a fantasy world. Welcome to Japan. The fantasy world is I don't have to do this anymore, right, Madagascar? So they've been trying to have men from other countries come because they have more women than men in their country. So they tried that, and they kept getting a bunch of ill-mannered types that didn't want. So now you have to actually apply for a breeding visa, and that's a big pain in the ass. Yeah, the Somali engineers, they kicked out. Yeah, robots will help fill their jobs. They're also working like artificial wombs and like female robots, like all kinds of shit, like crazy stuff, to try to get their populace, back up. But during this, they have decided sorry, someone else caught my attention on the other screen. Lost my train of thought. Hold on, I'll get back to it in a second. They will approve me for they wouldn't approve me for breeding visa. Got clipped years ago. Yeah, they wouldn't. Yeah, it's kind of like you're going to come over there and try to help rebuild the populace. But I think you also have to have like a job there, and you can't just be some, otaku being like, oh, this is great. I don't know what's all required for it. I was trying to have Tio go fill out the forms, but he got too bashful and didn't. But I mean, there's like no like exactly a breeding visa, but apparently those citizenship rules, a child born in Japan to foreign parents does not automatically receive Japanese citizenship. So you can't go over there with two parents and have a kid. You must obtain a recognized visa, such as work visa, spouse visa, or student visa. There's no specific breeding visa, but if you put it in there, you're coming over to look for a wife in Japan, they won't deny you for it. Oh, it's called future creation. Future creation individual, spouse, or child for future creation individual. Oh. 1 to 6 months of term individual designated and Minister of Justice 1 year. 2 years to be granted for eligible individual apply for extensions of period. Individuals are 18 years or older who satisfy the following conditions and wish to participate job hunter, entrepreneurship activity, or other remunerative activities in Japan. Individuals must have awarded the qualifications in the last 5 years, must prove enough personal savings, approximately 200,000 yen, to support himself in Japan. Spouse or child, future creation, individual. What's up, Wasteland? You were born abroad in Okinawa, but you were not given an automatic citizenship, were you? Yeah, so if you follow the rules, and 200,000, what is 200,000 yen? Is that $20,000? How much is 20? What? No fucking way. Hold on. Did I say 200,000? That's only 1,200 bucks. You only need 1,200 bucks? Yes, Soma. Boris, why do you say that like she's dead? Or left you? Old times. Again, if you guys like the show, you guys want to keep going, make sure to hit the like icon. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. You all expecting the shekel thing, and I surprised you and said something else. Have you watched this out? Is that the one where he's eating by himself and it talks about how much his life sucks? Is that the one, Soma? Yeah, I watch his videos every once in a while so I can, like, if I'm having trouble going to sleep. Especially if they end up working for like a black company where nobody wants to work there whatsoever. For people that don't know, a black company in Japan is just a horrible company, and they get blacklisted for like places looking for places that do like temp agencies or try to get people hired. What in the hell is going on? Rest is treated like a guilty pleasure. Hit snooze 6 times today. Bargaining with the universe. I mean, a lot of them are like sleep deprived. A lot of them, you have the same routine 6 days a week. Refers to a business that exploits its workers at extremely long hours, etc., etc. Here, let's go back on that, because I think that would buy a little fast. All right. So, did you know a black company is Japan refers to a local business that exploits its workers with extremely long hours, unpaid overtime, harassment, and little regards for labor laws. So, in Japan, they actually pay people to quit for you. So, if you are someone like me or anybody else and you're a huge a-hole, right? It is hard to quit from these companies. So they hire somebody to go quit for them. Because these people will try to harass you. They'll call you at all hours of the day. They'll demand you come in. They'll gaslight you and say you never quit. And so you get somebody who their entire job is to quit for you and to tell them to go piss up a rope and that you'll get legal action if they don't. So this guy, his whole thing is he goes out and he gets food and it's his little pleasure in life, which he feels is just kind of killing him. Got himself some eggs. Got himself, I think that was a rice bun. Some sort of exotic meat. Oh, it's a smoked chicken. Protein, and sadness. Oh, because you had to get one of them by the United States when you got here? I'm too tired for fake energy. It tastes like rubber and regret. It might be bad. Tuna, mayo, onigiri for last. Mystery mayo equal perfection. Now, I don't know if you know, Japanese mayonnaise is different than American mayonnaise. It's made different. It's cheap, convenient, and understands me. So we make some dishes with Japanese mayonnaise, rice, and canned tuna sometimes. It's a very, very nice, comforting food. Now remember, Japanese are tiny people, so all these things are the size of a quarter to us. But to them, they look like a full-size candy bar. It's a day at the Love Hotel. Kiroshi means death by overwork, and it's a recognized phenomenon in Japan, often linked to black companies. So yeah, they have people who just die at their desk, right? Kiroshi, yeah. Kiroshi? I think I pronounced that right. Like, you'll be working and there'll be a guy just dead on his desk. And that is an honorable death. Mind you, Japan also has a huge problem with people taking their own lives, which is really sad. It's why if you go to in the suicide forest or the mountain, which I can't remember the mountain right now off the top of my head, which it's the most famous mountain in Japan. I don't know why it's not coming to me. There is a van that sits out there by volunteers 24 hours. For people who want to go commit seppuku on themselves. Yeah, Fuji. Thank you, Mount Fuji. And there's a van out there 24 hours to help people and console them, being like, everything's okay. You don't need to do this. And, you know, you can come talk with us. And sometimes I think someone said they'll even like give them like a meal and, you know, just be there to talk with them and help save their life. But if you ever wander there, it's a beautiful area, right? Which is terrible that there is, yeah, it's gorgeous, but there's a lot of people who unfortunately die there. So if you happen to go there and you start seeing like pieces of yarn that wander off into the woods, that probably means someone lost their life over there. So so again, he works for a black company, and he's just beat down. And then I want to say this is probably one of his earlier videos, because as time goes on, he's been making enough money from YouTube to go and like eat at restaurants. So what does that say? 100 yen? How much is 100 yen? That's 63 cents. Less than $1. Weirdly, I think the yen's dropped a lot. I'm trying, son, honey. I got a goddamn show. I'm doing the disability paperwork, damn it. Oh, you know who Turning Japanese is by? That should be an easy one. At least some people got it. You think it just, if he accidentally drops on the ground, he just looks down and he's like, oh, bother. Have obesity. And if you ever work with a, have ever been to Japan? No. Comrade keeps threatening to abduct me and taking me with him, but I would like to go to Japan first with my wife. then with buddies would be fine. But Yuffie wants the first time we go together. And I don't really have the money to go. Even though I work with a Japanese company, I'd have to pay to go over there, and I'd be big pain in the butt. I'd have to fly. Gross. Hate flying. Let's go see. So what is she doing? Just collecting money from each of them, so many? It sounds like. Let's go see how much flights to Japan are. Flights to Japan. to Nippon. I guess I'll leave from San Francisco. I sure the hell ain't flying out of Portland. Flights from $439 to Japan. Marksman would love that. Son of a bitch would probably want me to videotape myself the entire time so he can laugh at me. He's only gonna laugh at me! 19 hours? Oh man, I wonder if I can get some meds and knock my ass out for 19 hours. I'll put a clothespin around my penis so I don't have to piss. Hooking a catheter in the back. I don't have to do anything. Oh, San Francisco to Osaka. San Francisco to Sapporo. Let's see, San Francisco to, I don't know, probably Tokyo. Though I feel like if I fly other places, it might be cheaper. Let's see, I'm going to leave December, because everybody loves flying in the middle of Christmas. Let's say January 1st. Why not? I'm going to come back January 9th. Sure. Be there for a week. Okay. Done. Search flights. Let's see if we can fly with United. Oakland. I think you probably transfer from Oakland to San Francisco and fly out. Let's see. Economy is $2,000. No, thank you. Economy Plus? No, if I'm doing this, United Polaris. What the hell is United Polaris? Lie flat seats. Oh, yeah, that's what I want. Why aren't any of us millionaires? Jesus Christ. $21,000. Holy crap. Holy shit. Lie flat seats, no change fees, United Polaris Lounge access, United Club, 2 check bags, 1 carry-on. Holy shit, that's expensive. I mean, I am fully disabled, so, and every job I've tried to get, they don't want to take me. Selling fish, you say? Huh. I'm not totally opposed to selling the fish. I mean, or my chat could just donate more, and then you guys could keep getting the show every day that I'm on, and for many hours. Probably make more than disability, but, you know. People use that money rather for beer than me, but that's okay. 50% death tax? Where? What the hell are you talking about? I have 400 pages of medical records for him. I mean, it does harm me. I'm in a shit ton of pain every day of my life. That's why I'm such an honorary asshole, is that, you know, I live in a constant state of pain, but I don't know. People are always like, oh, get a regular job. Oh, yeah, sounds like a great job. Damn, that's a novel. Yeah. I have 400 pages of medical information. And that was just from my back stuff. Yep. Good times. Good times indeed. But yeah, so $6,000 is for one person, and it would have to be for 2. So that's just with United. I don't know who else flies over there. Like, I feel like if I was going to do that, I'd get Marksman to do it. Or, let's see, cruise to Japan. If I have to sit through the flight, at least I'll sit through one way. Explore Asian cruise lines with Viking Cruises. So apparently for $5,000, I get 2 people to go to Japan on a cruise ship. That's cheaper than the flight. Yeah, I have documents of every time they refused. Yeah. Come to Japan for luxury cruise. Someone could donate their airline miles? Yeah, that'd get me back home. Live stream the flight, make the tax write-off? That's a good idea. Welcome to Japan Cruise Lines. So they have one that leaves, let's see, I've looked at this before. I know we're kind of getting off the subject here. We're watching this depressed guy here who is eating convenience store food for $6 a day, and I'm here looking at, oh, rich American assholes. Shit, I'm negative in my bills. Let me show you my pipe dream here. No, I have paperwork. Yeah, I have paperwork, all that stuff. I'm not going there for that, Mark. I'm just going to visit it. Me and my wife would be both going, Mark. A stream of water. Milk and water take a leak, crack shot. Your next house will have a Japanese style bathroom? I don't even know that. No, I'm not offended at all. I just sound like that. That's just how my voice is. A lot more people think I'm offended than I ever am. It's again just how my voice is. I have a very stern voice. That's horrible, Carlos. That is disgusting. I'm sorry to hear that. The Chinese are back to eating grass? Oh, that's not good. Well, that's not good, love pugs. I have a feeling a lot of the world right now is not financially doing good. Well, I live pretty, I don't know, cheaply. If I made $2,000 a month, I'd be happy. I also have a lawsuit I'm dealing with because my broken leg, but lawsuits take forever. Alex Jones is irrelevant. No one gives a shit about him. He's a fucking nutcase. Like, I mean, a broken clock's right twice a day. Like, I could care less about Alex Jones. For $2 you can get one movie ticket. Mad crazy. We have a matinee you can get for like $7, so you can go to the movies for like under 20. But then you try to get like popcorn and everything, and then the price goes up. Last time I went there, I wanted a goddamn slushie, and the machine was broken. Anyways. Let's see. Cruise overview. Los Angeles to Tokyo. Cruise. You go from Los Angeles, 11 days at sea. Then you go to Japan. Japan, another day at sea, then Fuji, and then Tokyo. And then we would go from Tokyo and probably fly back unless I have a move cruise back. Yeah, Crackshot. They have a They have the new Japanese toilets which scan your butthole, and we'll shoot you clean if you need. So you can either go take oh, here we go, interior starting at $1,000 for the cruise. That's not bad. How much for an ocean view? What's going on? We're learning how terrible it is for Japanese salarymen. And then we started to talk about a cruise to Japan. And then if I got a nice place with a with good internet, I could do the show while I'm traveling. Ocean view balcony, $3,000. That's not bad. So, and then we're talking about Japanese toilets. Yes. Then we talked about my disability and other stuff. So, yes, actually, the toilets do have Wi-Fi, which is kind of creepy. Because what if someone's got a camera looking at your butt? Set up a 24/7 camera crack shot while I'm going. There you go. That's the Japanese salaryman. In the previous video. Well, you did it, ruining the company. Poor guy. And then I guess people are upset I called Alex Jones a fucking nutcase. So I didn't know. I don't really do conspiracy theories. Yeah, so if you ever try to buy anything off of Alibaba, like, they are super pushy. Like, I want to get another camper shell for my truck, but the first one I got was, how much did I pay for it? $1,400. The second one, they're trying to charge me like $1,000 more. And then most of it is shipping. Like, shipping just for it, because it's in like a couple crates. I think it's in 2 crates, something like that. The shipping itself is $600. I'm honestly thinking about building one out of wood. I could do extruded aluminum, but extruded aluminum in the United States is expensive. What I need is somebody who works for a place that gets it, like a crap ton of it at once. And, you know, accidentally orders 4 or 5 extra pieces each time. And those pieces find their way over to me. Wow, doubled in price. That's right, Ahab. Their economy is doing terrible right now, yeah. All of Asia is because of the oil, except we just sent 1 or 2 tankers have already made its way almost to Japan with oil. So it should start to relieve some of their issues, hopefully. Yeah, we didn't get much tornado stuff. I was expecting a really bad tornado, but I didn't get it. I mean, there's the weather for you. Yeah, it might make me something, Biscuit. If you hit yourself in the balls with something, we might even get more of it. I mean, the clock sucks, man. Like, you're living your life down by seconds. Hey, Big Dama. I was wondering where you are. I haven't seen you in a long time. I heard that series was pretty good, Western, but I didn't watch it. Let's see how we did at the business report meeting. I did. I put him in Indiana. Welcome to America, Japanese man. Experience a tornado. Yeah, and then the school doesn't help either, right, Ahab? Because the school system that they're in turns them into robots. Like, by high school, you kind of picking what your job's going to be. Or by middle school, you go into a high school that's going to help you learn what your job's going to be for the next point. So you go school, school, more school. or school specialization into another school, then to a university. You have the personality of a stone, but I guess you're good at math.
HK Wells' Izumo Naoki has more.
The new Superman movie is out.
How loyal you are to the boss. It's like a gang. Okay, bye. I don't care if I lose subscribers. I speak what I want no matter what. And again, I find Alex Jones to be kind of a nutcase. Like, and again, as he has said many times, you know, from his own words.
Look, here's the thing.
Fine. Listen,
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm kind of retarded.
So I don't know what you want me to say. I follow what I believe and what I see. So if you don't like that, I don't know what to tell you. Like, I give people the real news about what the hell's really going on. I've already been repeatedly on news stories before most people. I've gotten most of the truth out before most people. If I had I Was Right jar, it would be overflowing right now. So when I say, yeah, Alex Jones is kind of a fucking weirdo. He was doing, I think, even before that, Soma. Like, because he used to, I don't know, go on all kinds of weird-ass conspiracy theories. I know you do. I know you have the Alex Jones candle. Waco? Oh, Jesus Christ. But yeah, I don't look at celebrities and other people as like God's gift to the earth. Sorry. Alex Jones is saying the White House attack is staged now. Yeah, he's a fucking retard. Like, I don't know why that's surprising. Well, again, and all that stuff you got from other people, right? Like, I don't know. I don't find a lot of these people as like God's gift to, you know, the planet. Alex started with the Waco raid. Oh, there you go. Play more sad failure foreign content. All right, give me a second. I will. Yeah, it gets clicks, right? And you know, there's some more of the salary man for you. Now he's actually sitting down at a restaurant. But yeah, he gets clicks. That's the thing. Like, you go out there and you say whatever kind of rage bait bullshit you want, and it gets clicks. And people want to go there and either say a bunch of shit to you and fight with you, or, you know, you get sued out of your entire livelihood and look like a jackass. He didn't sacrifice anything. What are you talking about? He didn't go to war for you. He didn't go and lose a limb for you. He's a fucking dude on the radio. I don't know what sacrifices you mean. He made a 9/11 prediction there. Okay. I like the Japan content, no words of just taking an overnight ferry. I like a lot of their content, Western, that they do. Alex Jones and Candace Owens and everybody else fucking going all weird. Like, well, right, a broken clock's right twice a day. Don't go full Dano. Never go full Dano. Yeah, Polybius. The Groipers. And, you know, again, it's why everyone's like, why don't you like this guy? Why don't you watch this YouTuber? Why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? Because I read shit and I form my own opinions and then I talk about them. No joke, about 2K people a week hear my songs out of a YouTube DJ channel in Japan. That's pretty cool, Western. That's awesome. I used to get my music played on some random Russian station, actually, I found out. And it had like a bunch of plays. And I was like, what the shit? Like, right on. I wasn't making any money about it, but it was cool to find out. Oh, Bill Cooper called 9/11 before Alex Jones. Jones got his information from Cooper. Oh. Oh, there you go. Take care, Canna Biscuit.
Listen, everybody, I'm going to tell you right now what's going on. I sit on the toilet for long hours at a time, and I jam peanuts up my ass. And whatever comes to mind during that hallucination is what I tell people on the internet and the radio. When I met Candace Owens, she gave me a blowy in the back of the limo. And ever since that day, I couldn't turn away from it. That black ass won't quit. I couldn't keep up with that. Listen, everybody, I really can't tell you the truth on this. I got sued for everything I had and told people that the FBI were kicking in my door when it was never happening.
Yeah, he's a sensationalist. Alex Jones is the equivalent of the guy standing out in front of a church telling everybody they're going to hell unless they donate to him.
Listen, all the frogs out there are being gay. I didn't tell you how the frogs are being gay or explain the science to it, but I claimed to everybody that the frogs are turning gay. Make sure you get the super male vitality jammed up your ass 3 times a day.
I can't do it as deep as I used to because it was like killing my throat.
Listen, everybody, every once in a while you gotta sit on the can and talk about things that really matter to you. Like super male vitality.
For a second there, I thought that you were the one accidentally, well, not accidentally, I insulted on X the other day. Somebody came in there yelling and bitching about my stream, about me, getting donations.
Listen, everybody.
I'm gonna break my desk. Somebody came in my stream, was bitching and moaning about me getting donations, and that same person then went on their page and were asking for like winning prizes and stuff, and then had like a bunch of pictures of like college and high school girls playing volleyball. And I was like, you're some weird pervert. That's what you are. You're right. I'm not a strange conspiracy theorist. That is right. What did you work out to? What'd you do? Legs? Arms? You're right, Sean. I didn't call up a random radio station back when radio was popular, make a prediction from another man, ride on those coattails of being a conspiracy theorist, lied to a bunch of people for 30 years, and then the minute he started getting called out, doubled down on it, and is now trying to claim stuff like what happened to Trump was faked. Because, nothing like shooting one of the, or getting a Secret Service member shot to really push a theory. Well, I'll tell you something else too, right? I've called out a lot of people that turned out to be fucking weirdos, and I was right. Right? The Alex Rosem guy is now getting in trouble for using children's content to get predators, so he has it himself. He used his 16-year-old cousin to go out there and, like, I guess try to get, allegedly, right? Try to get predators by talking to a child. There's a video of him, like, I don't know if that's true or not, wanking off to a 13-year-old. Yes. Alex, tell me, please. Tell me about the aliens.
Well, let me tell you right now what's going on, Gollum.
There, I combined them for you. 5 shots, no DI. I'm happy actually didn't kill him. I'm happy they took him alive. Like, to be honest. I'm quite happy they took him alive. Because now we can actually give real information. I don't think it was planned, to be honest. I think he's just a crazy guy. He's now engaged to his decoy. Yeah. I don't know. I called that out again. So the thing is, but again, it's not, frogs are, never mind. I could explain why frogs are asexual. They can change sex. But again, I've called people out before on this, and I got all kinds of people pissed off at me when they're like, oh, but these predator catchers are doing great things. No, they're not. They're doing it for clicks and content to make money. Yeah, they're hermaphrodites. Yes. Frogs are hermaphrodites. They can change sex. They've had frogs that were all males in there and one turned female. Oh, the Tucker, Candace, Alex meltdowns are planned? Oh, yeah, it's all for sensationalism and TV. Yeah. They're actors. It's a show. Like, go ahead, Mike. What is your question? Like, there's tons of grifters out there. Can't get into your Streamlabs? Streamlabs? What about the link tree? Is that working? Let me know. Yes. Also, basic high school biology. Actually, middle school biology? Might have been middle school biology. Kanye impregnated a carp? I believe that, yes. They do not teach that at the Leering Center, no. World War XI. Never forget. World War XI. And it's like most politicians, I don't like most politicians for either side. Like, I've been very open about that. I had a big influx of people that were like super hardcore Trump supporters, like 5 years ago. And then when I was like, yeah, I vote for whoever I like their politics best, people yelled at me. I was like, yeah, I don't vote on party lines. I read about what I like about him and I vote based on that. Between Trump and Biden, I'd rather have Trump. Between Trump and Hillary, I definitely want Trump. Between Trump and whatever the hell her name is, I can't remember right now, I want Trump on that. So, we did miss 9 world wars, Mike. I'm goddamn surprised. But again, if you have somebody on YouTube that's doing these predator catching things, a lot of them get thrown out of court. Like, if they do 10 cases, 9 of them get thrown out, and they only talk about the one laurel that they've gotten. Oh, we got this guy. Okay. What the other 9? Oh, we fucked up the case. Oh, okay. Like, good job, jackass. The last guy, they went after him because they liked anime, apparently, or some shit. I don't remember. You would think so, Gator. I am, for one, surprised. Where is Salaryman going now? Well, he ate at a restaurant. So, again, he's been making more money thanks to YouTube. No, I don't think he goes get his dick wet. I think he just goes and eats. I think he's actually very lonely. He's mentioned that before. I think one of them, he even talked about going to a mixer. So they have like these mixers where they get like men and women together to kind of like to hopefully make relationships. But due to how the society is, it's kind of hard to do. The schools in Japan are probably empty. It's got to be depressing. So they have a lot of schools that are like, they had to start, because they had like, let's say there was a town full of them, right? And they had to start reducing them. So instead of everyone going to like, you know, Okinawa Primary School of Engineering or something, right? It just became the Okinawa School of Learning and got multiple different courses inside because they couldn't afford it for everywhere else. Plus, like, they have all kinds of committees. They have all kinds of like weird shit that they have to go through, and you have to like keep up with like appearances, and it's really hard to do. Again, it is a very, very different society. I don't know, Spank. I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to I'm not going to speculate on that, but okay, Spank. Wet Wiener sounds like a bar in San Francisco. Well, you heard, for us who live in the Bay Area, DNA Lounge was a, like, really popular metal / industrial / new age electronic bar and club, right? In San Francisco. It's been there forever. They had their liquor license taken away because they had a, I think it was a BDSM event. I don't really remember exactly, but it was like a BDSM event or some event. Anyways, someone called the cops on them, and they got their liquor license removed for 5 years because they thought they were running an illegal sex and strip joint. Like, weird stuff happens in San Francisco. Mind you, there's probably prostitutes right outside the goddamn door, but you know, the cops aren't stopping them. Sean's still here? You still upset? You still mad? I guess. I don't know why he's mad, though. Why is he mad about some dude he's never met? Some guy, you know, Alex Jones ain't gonna go out there and buy you a beer. Like, Who cares? I don't know what the Stoneback is. Why did Wolf say about extras? I don't know. I don't get people. I don't. I just say shit how it is. People get mad. I guess I'm supposed to, like, toe a certain line and... yeah, Mike. He said it was beneath me to talk bad about Alex Jones, apparently, which I'm like, the guy's a fucking kook. I don't care. Like, who gives a shit? Yeah, he will be back. And then got mad when I guess I didn't apologize. Like, I don't understand what I don't know. The internet is a weird place. Like, fuck me for having my own private opinions. They had concerts at the Stone. See Metallica there. Oh, sweet. Did I tell you one of the places I worked at when I worked with Metallica was in the... I'm looking to make sure there's no laser in my head as I talk about this. How dare I, Ahab? That's right. Donate now to hear me talk more shit about people. Was it in the Masonic Center in San Francisco? They had Metallica play there in like a vault. I know it's terrible for having opinions and not liking people based on what they've said and done for 30 years. So in one of the Masonic centers, they have like a vault door and it leads downstairs and then there's a stage. So Metallica was doing a show there.
Make sure you buy the 5-year supply of wolf semen. It's like super male vitality times 10. Make you grow hair on your nuts and your back.
But yeah, I built one of those shows. It was kind of neat. The building was weird. I mean, Masonic Center buildings are quite strange. Yeah, and like they picked who they wanted to work there based on a roster, and apparently I was okay to work there. I don't know why. But I was like, I'm just here. I'm just here to run some speakers, bro. Run some cables. Hang out with some people. They performed rituals on that stage? Probably, crack shot. I wasn't there for all that. I just got shit set up, and I was out. Like, gosh, have an afro on your balls, Mike. Yeah, it was strange. It wasn't one of the ones I worked the whole show. That was a different time at another venue, another little hole-in-the-wall venue. Why are you disappointed? You don't even know the guy. Like, yeah, but you don't know him. Meeting him's different than knowing him. Did you go to the, Mike, did you ever go to the slaughterhouse in Oakland? That place was a trip. So in Oakland, they had a place called the Slaughterhouse, and it was in the downtown, really shitty part of Oakwell. It's actually one of the nicer industrial parts of Oakland, which does not say much. Like you'll still get your, get stabbed and your kidneys removed, but you would walk over to a door that was half open, like a roll-up door, and there was hay bales all over to reduce sound and noise pollution. And you'd walk in, the place stank to high heaven. Yeah, it was a nicer part. It stunk to high heaven of BO and beer. They served Pabst Blue Ribbon out of a cooler. There was no ID checks. To get in was like $5, and you had to kind of like know where it was. And it was literally a slaughterhouse, like a legitimate, but a legitimate slaughterhouse for like beef. And someone turned it into a music venue. Yeah, it stank. Yeah, Pabst Blue Ribbon in a cooler, and you again, no age check. No one gave a shit. It was metal and punk shows. And I remember going there when I was like a teenager. And I was like, what the fuck is this place? Frank's Booths. Beer of choice, yes. Yeah, this funk was in the walls, and like I've like went there and I met like some buddies I haven't seen in like years. They're from high school. They're like, what the hell are you doing here? I'm like, I don't know. I just found this place. Yeah, it was it felt like that scene from Blade with all the vampires. It was like that. Wasn't that level 1 in the recent Robocop games? Probably inspired. I spilled my way here. I thought something was dying. I had to figure out what it was. But yeah, it was a trip. That was cool. The Pound was like the best venue in San Francisco. It had an outdoor spot. It had an indoor spot. It was off on by the bay. I performed there twice. Was Pinhead in there? Probably. If I looked far enough. Frost was in there. Sean, you're upset because you know I'm secretly right. That's what upsets you. But the Pound was great. What's your pleasure?
I have so many things to show you.
I was traveling from Fremont to San Fran on BART to work at the record store. Good times. Which one? I probably know it. I remember going to buy anime at the Rasputin that was in Berkeley because it had like one of the biggest selections. Yeah, BART's a world of its own. You ever want to see a guy smoking crack on a train? There you go. He didn't sacrifice his fortune. He made some bullshit up and it came back to bite him in the ass. That's not sacrificing your fortune. That's you fucking up. Like, you don't go out there and tell a bunch of families that their kids died and it was all a bunch of bullshit. Like, oh, you worked there too? That place was great. Oh shit, I probably ran into you. Oh god, is Blondie still around?
We have such sights to show you.
BART is Bay Area Rapid Transport. It was a bad idea. That's what it was. Yeah, you want to learn about BART? Hold on. Oh, but it was so good. I typed in BART fails, but I got Bart Simpson. That's the only one. Try Bay Area Rapid Transport. No, it's a train. It's a train.
Well, it was a frightening ordeal. Back in August, after a BART train became stuck in the Transbay tube, passengers struggled to get out as smoke streamed in through the ventilation system. Our investigative unit learned that BART's policy at the time instructed the operators not to turn off that system unless a train came under attack. We have learned, though, that
oh, good. They tried to kill everybody 6 months ago.
Has now reversed course. Investigative reporter Jackson Vanderbecken has a story you'll see.
So the Bay Area is weird because the Bay Area is like 15 cities jam-packed together. And that just the shit just travels on BART from one end to another. Because you'll get the homies that can't hang in Oakland, so they'll move to one of the other cities, and then they'll either show up there and start like taking over like it's a town to get their ass kicked, and just keep moving through.
Only on NBC Bay Area.
This is BART video obtained by the investigative unit through a Public Records Act request. It shows what it was like in the cab when the operator of train 387 was forced to stop in the Transbay Tube in late August. There was a wall of smoke ahead of her that was starting to shroud her train as well. With the air conditioning system still running.
Yeah, it goes under the Bay Area, the ocean. Yeah, it's the ocean, but it's the bay. So it goes underneath there. They built a big-ass tunnel that goes underneath.
Began streaming into the 8 cars.
But yeah, it's seawater.
Some riders began to panic.
I can't see. I have people opening doors.
I was on a BART train and one of the brake lines blew and filled up, and we had to actually open the doors up to let it vent out because it's getting so thick in there, smelling of brake fluid. A couple of times I was on there, they hit some guy.
BART did not allow operators to take action to keep smoke out. They were instructed to keep the ventilation system running unless their train came under nuclear, chemical, or biological attack.
Ooh.
That's changed. We've learned that BART has issued a new notice that now tells operators to shut off ventilation to keep smoke out. But the smoke only partly explains the panic.
For 5 minutes, as the car filled with smoke, passengers were frantically trying to figure out what to do and how to exit the train, fearing for their lives.
That rider actually called into a BART board meeting to let them know some people never heard a single announcement from the train operator, even though BART insists she made several. So BART tested the speakers in that train and found at least 2 within the 8 cars where the volume was only about as loud as a dishwasher. Far too low by BART standards. And this new BART timeline shows it took 2 minutes to fully activate the elaborate ventilation system in the Transbay Tunnel, which helps explain why there was so much smoke inside.
Oh,
The
definitely
fans
don't
and
stop
vents
at
should have
Fruitvale
turned
once
on
it's
within 30
Powell Street.
seconds. But a problem with the power
Especially
system forced
Fruitvale,
BART
where the
controllers
dude
to
got the
turn
bullet
on
back of his
exhaust
head.
fans remotely, one at a time. For all the lessons learned, BART officials still can't say what exactly caused the incident. They're briefing the board about what they do know tomorrow morning. Jackson Vanderbecken.
So that's almost killing a bunch of people. Well, it was weird. So they made a movie called Fruitvale, right? Fruitvale was about Oscar Grant, who some cop mistaked his taser with his pistol and shot Oscar Grant back to the head. And Oscar Grant was a douche. And like everybody in the Bay Area was like, yeah, fuck that guy. Who cares? And like all these other people are like, oh my God, police brutality. Oh my God. Mind you, the cop got fired. And I think got prison time too. So like, you know, just as happened. Yeah. Some Halloween, mind you, Oscar Grant was working with people to beat the shit out of him and rob him on the train and was just a total asshole. But they didn't show that in the movie. They released it in theaters, and I guess when it came to theaters, rival gangs went in there and like tore the place up, be like, no, this guy was a piece of shit, and blah, 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 blah.
BART says this is not acceptable. And by the way, you cannot smoke, period, on any BART train. BART also says you can't have a BART police officer on every train, just like you can't have a cop on every block.
No, but you could just put camera. Oh, wait, they have cameras on every one of them. Oh, that's right. Half of them don't work.
In April, this video went viral. Video of drug addicts shooting up in the Civic Center BART station as commuters walked by. Since then, San Francisco and BART police officers have beefed up their patrols at the station. Now, another series of videos emerging, all showing this unidentified person smoking meth on BART trains. Adding insult to injury, he sits on priority seating, normally reserved for people with disabilities and pregnant women. So far, we've seen videos featuring the same person riding BART on 3
just to hit the piss in the air.
Brazenly smoking meth. Other passengers seemingly oblivious to it all. This video was shot by an ABC 7 viewer. This one by our morning anchor Regia Key. And this one by one of our producers. We showed the video to BART passengers.
Strictly ridiculous. It's not no respect for another human being.
What makes him think that's okay? Where is the BART police at?
Well, it's complicated. BART spokesman Chris Filippi.
Either the officer has to witness it personally, or a rider who witnesses it has to be willing to report it.
And that witness has to stay until police arrive. Then there's this problem.
When it comes to low-level drug offenses, that there's not really a prosecution aspect to this.
Simply put, this is a low-level drug offense, usually only worth a citation. But BART could impose a prohibition order banning this person from its trains for a certain period of time. But that, too, is difficult.
That individual has to be cited 3 times within 90 days to qualify for a prohibition order.
I'll tell you what usually ends up happening to those guys. They have an oopsie-doo into the track, and then they accidentally grab the third rail.
Well, there you go. Now, BART encourages riders to get an app called BART Watch. You can alert BART police by using that app, which is monitored in real time. And by the way, BART tells us they know that person in that video. They say they tried to get him into a diversion program, but that he refused.
I mean, people do meth on there. People have sex on the train. Like, it is literally like a mobile homeless encampment sometimes. Like, if you get there during like the end of an A's game, or was it the Giants? Who the hell's the other one in Oakland? Is it Giants? No, sports ball crap. Any sort of sports ball stuff. Yep, I've seen that too, Mike. I used to take Bart going to work almost every day to through Hayward to Fremont, and then also from Hayward to San Francisco, and then over to Oakland too. So yeah, so there'd be like sports days, and you would have drunks on there. You have people vomiting. There'd be piss everywhere. Like, it was nasty. And like, I'm there trying to just go to work, and because I worked off hours, right? You know, you try to get on there, and like, people will be crowded, and you're just trying to find somewhere to freaking exist. Getting crammed in there, smelling bad. Did I mention the vomiting all over your shoes? Like, I was watching one day, we were there, and some woman cracked open the two, because there's 2 doors in between the trains. So you open up the trains and go from one door to another, and they're automatic. They're supposed to be. Hit a button and they slide open. Some woman went down there and started popping a squat and taking a shit right in between both train cars. So, like, Anthony Bourdain talked about he loved going to Oakland and flying into Oakland. So, of course, all these hippies and other people would come in, and yuppies were like moving to Oakland, and they're like, well, this place sucks. It's like, yeah, no shit. And now you made it all super expensive for all the poor people. I'm trying to get my folks to move out of the Bay Area. I told them, I was like, it's too damn expensive. Don't stay there. Place sucks. Prices are going up too much. Like, and they don't want to move because of, they don't want to move because like the rest of my brothers and stuff up there. But I think I talked to one of my brothers and then moving up here, where I'm at in Oregon. So who knows? Maybe he'll, maybe I can convince all of them to get the hell out of the Bay Area. Oh yeah, I left 2 years ago now. I'm trying to not to go back, so please donate if you guys can. Appreciate it. On a whole side note, no, my older brother, not younger brother. I'm the second from the youngest. It's one of my older brothers who, he works at Amazon, but he repairs all their machinery. So
he works for a different company. He actually doesn't work for Amazon. He works for a different company where they repair all the machinery. So they repair like the hydraulic lines, or repair the moving machines, any of the lifts that they have, like everything. So he's trying to find a place near where I'm at to move up to. Maybe him and his wife are coming up here, I think in a couple of weeks, kind of hang out. Well, so they could sell their house and buy a mansion up here. So, I mean, like a legit mansion, like a goddamn plantation, if they sell the house in the Bay Area. Because they have like prime location. Have you seen Santa Cruz lately? I did, actually. Me and Yuffie went out to, well, it wasn't Santa Cruz. We were across the bay at, we went to the aquarium. And we talked about going across, but I mean, even then I was like, man, this place used to be cleaner and nicer, and it's kind of gone downhill. And like all the touristy areas that were really fun have gone to crap. Like I wanted to take her to Pier 39, but from what I heard, Pier 39 has turned to just a dumpster. So I don't really see a point in going there. There's nothing there anymore? Oh, that's sad. Yeah, again, all that stuff is just kind of turned to shit. And like, you know, I've been to Chicago, I've been to New York, I've been to Florida, right? I've been to all these like, used to be fun touristy places. And, yeah, now they're all just crap, man. Not fun to go to. Too many vampires in Santa Cruz. Lost Boys out there. Well, yeah, it's a huge issue of like why we can't have nice things, right? It's not just I think it's Lost Boys, right? Okay. All right. But all those places, like it's not ever. Yeah, I've been to Utah. I've been to Utah a couple times. I've been to Salt Lake City. I've been to a couple places outside of it. I've been almost to every state except for a couple of the flyover states I haven't been to. I haven't been through a lot of the northeast states, and I've never been to Hawaii. I'd like to go, but I just, haven't gotten time. Haven't got the money to make it happen. Yeah, I was going through one of the states with a bunch of Mormons, and they acted like assholes to me, and I called them out on it. They don't like people with tattoos, I guess. But there's a lot of places I've gone to where, like, even the South, I got thrown out of a restaurant because I had tattoos. They're like, yeah, you got to cover your tattoos to be in here. And I was like, motherfucker, what? Like, excuse me? I'm about to cover your ass with my foot. Like, I want to get back into four-wheeling. I'm not going to do it in my truck. I've decided that if I'm going to do any four-wheeling, one, my back can't really take it as much as it used to. But if I do, what I would want to do is, I want to either get an old, what the hell is going on with this? Don't crash on me, OBS. Don't crash on me, OBS, because I know you're trying to. I don't want that to happen. Do not crash on me, because that'll be the end of the show for tonight. And people don't want that to happen. They want the show to go on. Okay, as long as I don't try to add.
Does it reconnect to the old stream? Am I still here? Do I got to go make a new stream? Am I still alive? Am I still here? Hello? Hello? Oh, God? Well, I guess no one can watch me. It's time to start fapping. That was weird. I don't know why I did that. I don't know why I cut off and came back. That was a new one for me. Same stream too. Hello. Yeah, I see everybody's still here. We know what you're doing over there. I guess Bart didn't like us talking shit about him. They got revenge. I was just putting on a news channel. That's all I was actually doing. And everything went poopy. Can I make sure you're a member? I don't know how to do that. If your name is the right color, then you're a member. And I think it's green. So if you're green, you're a member. And then when next month comes, you'll have to re-up or not. That's how you know.
Area that has a potential for some wind gusts up to 60.
I am going to blame Tio, yes.
DOT camera south of Columbus right now, and this is in the throes of the storm. As we look at this here, this is a very heavy part of the storm. If you look at the traffic there, this is
you all my colors,
and
greens and blues.
Is putting on their hazard lights there because of slow speeds. Blinding rain, probably some gusty wind. This is a live view tornado warned storm in the Columbus area.
Mike's not green or blue.
And this is a live
Western's not.
From our friends at the DOT with their camera down.
Bowl of Wheaties isn't.
So this is a.
How did the Iranian oil factory catch on fire? I think we blew the shit out of it, to be honest. I think we had something to do with it. That's what I think happened to the oil place. Us or Israel.
South side of the Columbus area, that you can see some of that lightning flashing right there, and traffic moving pretty slow due to all of that weather that's happening there. We have some blinding rain right now. As a matter of fact, as we keep that view up just for a quick second, I want to go to our rainfall rates here. So you see how wet and ugly it is down
Settle
there?
down, Dan. I mean, Western Dan might come in.
On some of our rainfall rates here, right over the Columbus area right now. And as we go back to our radar here, check this out. So these rainfall
What do you guys think about me making a wooden camper shell?
We're getting between 6 and 7.5 inches per hour. That means if it rained as hard as it is right now for the next hour, we would have 6 to 7.5 inches of rain. It's not going.
I could even make it where I can remove the top of the roof to put tall shit in.
This is how much rain we would have. So we've got blinding rain, and of course we've got the
I don't know, Polybius. Reed tried to threaten to sue me. I have no idea if he is or isn't. Do it! Do it now! Donate now for Wooden Camper Show. I'll start working on it tomorrow if we get enough. No? Why not? Why no? Should I make it out of the extruded aluminum? I think the extruded aluminum might be better, to be perfectly honest. It's just freaking expensive, man. It's just sideboards with a top. Go for it. Yeah, Lethal. Lethal parts like the old grandpa that's giving me ideas. Hello, Soul Taker. I'm back from the dead, my good ass friends. What happened to you, Soul Taker? What happened? Did you get sick? So that's why Crackshot, I was thinking about doing the extruded aluminum, because the extruded aluminum would hold up to like, shit, I don't know, 2,000 pounds. And then once you do the extruded aluminum, that's your frame. And if there's a part on it I feel needs to be reinforced, I'll just buy a couple more pieces and throw it in there. Thanks for the money for my wood.
Civilization donated $2 through Super Chat. Wood Fund.
Anywhere in this zone would be most susceptible. So let's go back to the camera. It looks like it's just blinding rain down here. And again, we're getting rainfall rates at like 7.5 inches per hour.
Seen a dude make one out of wood and pallets. You can do it. Yeah, I mean, that's another way. Pallets are decent. You can actually get some really nice pallet wood, but I would have to have it go the entire length, so I need 6 footers for the sides. But if I do, we could do both, right? So, if you did the extruded aluminum on the inside, so that's your frame, then you did the wood on the outside, that would look good, I think, classy. Plus, I think the wood would work better as an insulator. Now you're here setting up your wife's studio for gaming on YouTube. Well, that's pretty badass, Soul Taker. So what happened? What'd you almost die from?
Reports of some damage in parts of Johnson County with some trees down.
Yeah, so what I'm thinking, Crackshot, is I could tongue and groove it for the sides.
Possible, let's see, some tree and damage there.
Where are we going, Soul Taker? So you tongue and oh my God! Jesus, I'm happy you're doing better, buddy. Disgruntled Grunt had a stroke. What's what happened to my damn chat? You guys are getting attacked by the G-Man. Well, I'm happy you're still with us. God damn, dude. They do a bypass?
Just looking at the orientation, but this, considering that we've got the way this whole thing is oriented,
I am keeping it PG. But I could tongue and groove the wood on the sides and then do a sealer over it, even with
this area here.
I guess I wouldn't want to use this, but you could. I could do silicone-based caulking in between it, the real seal the grooves in between, and then you could tongue and groove the front to the sides, and then tongue and groove the top with the boards. No, I didn't want to bypass. I made a lot of blood thinners. Oh shit. Well, I have you still with us, buddy. Yeah, Grunt's a great guy. He had a stroke though, and he wasn't really able to talk or type very well. So I got to go check on him. I've been meaning to do that for a while. I just kept getting busy. He is a good guy, and I really hope he's doing okay.
No severe weather expected now from Indy back to the northwest. The back edge of the rain, not too far away from Indianapolis.
Tongue and groove?
From this point forward, you can go to bed. Do not have to worry about any severe weather.
You've had a stroke before too, Jesus.
Where we still have some steady rain, you can go to bed as well. Don't have to
you mean does it have the ladder pockets or slats or what the hell it's called? Yeah, it does. Because I was going to use those lethal. I was just going to go machine parts that went down into those and then bolt it into place, and then have those come up and secure the shell. So instead of having those big old nasty clamps on the inside, it would be secured by the ladder rack posts. And I think because I could go down like 13 inches to 14 inches, whatever it is, and then secure a big ass bolt through those, that thing wouldn't go anywhere. 90% burned 3 degrees when I was 13. Jesus Christ, man. With all that bad luck, hopefully you can win the lottery.
There's 74 right here east of Greensburg. And that area is currently warned for severe weather. And we have this complex, of course, near Columbus. We still have the tornado warning, but it looks like the tornadic part of the storm is beginning to move, or the rotation that was associated with
I don't want nails.
Was not confirmed. This area of rotation has eased just a little bit and it has spun down. This warning is set to expire here in about 4 minutes. So we hope maybe in about 4 minutes we can go back to our regular program.
You did, and you have to. Oh Jesus! Oh, no.
The last little bit of this.
I've only had one. Well, I actually had a really bad sunburn one time, where my skin actually peeled away from my body and was all bloody.
We can get more down into southeastern Indiana and south of Bedford, south of Lawrence County.
And then I one time touched an exhaust on a lawnmower after I was. I'd love to, buddy. But after I was mowing the lawn for an hour, I accidentally hit the thing, and my hand came up like Toxic Avenger.
In the Wish TV coverage area, and after that, all of this will be moving down to the southeast towards Louisville and, of course, Cincinnati. So we're almost done with this event, folks. It's been a
2 electric cardiac versions. Oh. Yeah, I just got back issues. That's all I got. Oh, and one good leg. Yeah. But yeah, next time I gotta remember to go message Grunt, see how he's doing.
We did have a report here of some folks reporting a possible sighting of a tornado on the south side of Columbus earlier with the storm.
When you get burned, use hemorrhoid cream? What? Really? I used was it lidocaine and some stuff. Both my little hands on the oven door while cooking. We were baking, burned both hands. My dad took care of me. I was lucky I was okay. Jesus. The icy one. So don't use icy hot on the burn is what you're saying.
In terms of getting this tornado warning to lessen just a little bit, we're just up to.
I was a baby and I tripped and my hands melted onto the stove door. Holy shit!
And just go back to radar babysit mode for the next hour here. But right now we've been dealing with so many.
Oh God! We're having a trauma stream. Yeah, aloe vera is great. I aloe vera with lidocaine, so it numbs it as you put it on.
And we still have less than.
Yuffie used to come back home from work with burns. Used to not take care of them. What are you doing? Give me your hands. I can. Because like I have a huge medical kit at the house. You know, I can damn near patch you up from gunshot wounds, and you're probably gonna still die of infection, but at least I could try. I started hearing burning click. Yeah. People like come in there and be like, "What the hell are you guys talking about?" My right arm loses feeling and my right hand, but that's because of nerve damage from when I broke it. I didn't drink enough milk growing up, I guess. Looks like Jill Arner with all the weather coverage. There's nothing else really going on, and I covered the news earlier, lethal old fart.
We're about ready to expire this warning here. So again, this has been extended weather coverage here on Wish TV. Let me go back over and check out our.
My family had a good visit, by the way.
Situation.
Family came up here. I live 6 hours from them, so they came up here on a really good,
I assume at this point,
really good visit.
allow the tornado warning to expire unless.
They even asked me like, "Are you streaming while we're here?" I was like, "No, I only see you guys like twice a year, so."
Of severe thunderstorm
Took time.
on this line, and that just means along that line, if you're under a severe thunderstorm warning, you will have a wind gust that could be up to 60 miles per hour or higher.
My mom, my dad, and my older brother. One of my older brothers. My sisters come and visited. My parents come and visit. Now one of my brothers. I'm trying to get the other ones to come visit, but it's kind of hard for them to come on up. Because like they all have their own lives and families and stuff like that, so.
You can see all of these colors.
Like I said the other night, I spend more time with you all than I do with my actual family. So.
Without power, customers without power, and we're getting into the tens of thousands across the state of Indiana. So that's where we stand right now. We'll go back to our radar one last time. It looks like we're about ready to wrap things up here as we pop the radar back on, and our tornado warning. Let's see if it's still there here, folks. Let's pop our advisories on. So the tornado warning has now dropped off the map, which is great news. And it looks like we're going back into just a standard severe thunderstorm warning for parts of Decatur and Jennings counties. This goes until 12.
My eyelashes, you like how long and beautiful they are?
To watch this up until about 1 a.m. here. And all of this will be moving on out of here. And Phil, this has just been a super crazy, wet and wild day, and you know what? This has been a very interesting late.
Yes, we are a very dysfunctional family here.
Kept us informed. Thank you very much, sir.
Oh, man.
I know, though, people want me to start coming back and cover all the stupid.
Yes, much more online at WishTV.com. Thank you, sir. Okay. Have a great rest of your night. We will see you back here tomorrow. Stay safe and stay warm.
Apparently, Florida teens arrested after taking a lawnmower for a joyride through a Target, smashing the front door on the way in. Janek Skedladick, 18, he is a dick, allegedly drove the tractor while Paul Chesky, 18, recorded both, charged with criminal mischief and disorderly conduct in Ocala Florida. Their actions endangered people while cause property damage. Their crimes are not harmless videos. Yeah, the whole thing, like, just a prank, bro. I think we should just go out and publicly whip them. Functional Crips. Oh, crippled. I have a video of Kit Kat dancing we could show everybody. Hold on. There you go. Is that gonna let me pop it up? I'm not going to put the music on, but there you go. Portland is dead. Yeah, no one gives a shit about Portland. It's just an ongoing cancer that's slowly killing itself. That's not really her, but I'm just kidding. Prolific OnlyFans star Sophie Rain revealed she paid over $3 million in taxes last year after earning $83 million, which has inspired her to start investing in land and cattle. Currently owns 12 cows and wants to build a full ranch. What's probably going to end up happening is she's going to start losing money and owe the government a shit ton. But that's none of my business. Yeah, I can have people go over and help her with their channel. Not sure. I mean, they'll be happy probably to do it. Some of my people also go and help with like Yuffie's channel. So yeah. Did she self-snitch? I believe she did. But I mean, like, look, most people aren't going to get audited if you're lower, right? If you're at like lower amounts. But like when you start hitting the millions, you're definitely on the radar, right? You're the people that they want to hit. Not some of the people out there trying to struggle to get by. There's always a chance. It's 0.5%, but still, there's always a chance. But yeah, if you drop her link in here, some of my mods will probably be more than happy to go over there and help you out. Everyone's pretty chill. Especially when you have half the people on my server are very protective. That's a good way of putting it. Also, I'm trying to get Yuffie to sell some of her like crochet stuff, like blankets and stuff like that. So yeah, whenever you get to it, there's no worries. I'll even put a little link in there when I do. But I'm trying to get her to sell some of her crochet stuff. I guess people will pay a lot of money for like crochet blankets. So, no, not bathwater. That'd be gross. Who wants people's bathwater? How was that ever a selling thing? That was weird. That was weird. I know, people are weird. Does crocheting? You should have her watch Yuffie stream. Yuffie does a bunch of crocheting. She just did a, let's see, I got a cup holder here. She crocheted us a soap holder. She did a blanket for her best friend. What else did she do? She did all kinds of stuff. Did like a bag for herself. She'll probably start making herself clothes. She has like a plethora of it. Comes over here and looks at me and starts asking for money for more stuff. And I told her, no more yarn until you start selling some of it. Trying to give her a kick in the ass because it's good stuff. It's really nicely made. It just, yeah. She makes curtains, sell them for like $200. Holy shit. $200 crochet curtains. How big is that? I know blankets sell for like $200 or $300.
Let's see. Your daughter-in-law makes good money selling crochet Pokemon that she does. The patterns are free online. Ooh, what's her channel? That's her channel right there. You have a very good night, Polybius. Take care. Tried to get us more people. I want to get 20,000 in here. I think I keep pissing them off. eBay? Either eBay she could do it or Fiverr. I'm not sure how that works. I want to like come up with a business plan for her because if she could do one a week and sell them for like $200 or $300, we'd be looking pretty good. Thank you. Thank you. I think I'm going to head off for tonight. What I think I'm going to try to do is my next big project is I kind of really want to make, again, that extruded aluminum camper shell because we can expand on it and change it up. And yeah, I know Comrade was entirely intoxicated and was talking about getting a blanket made for one of his kiddos. So, and then I know I have some family members that want to make some stuff made for their babies. So it's not much weight, so that's a plus. Yeah, it's cheap to ship, right? And I guess, you could even vacuum seal it, right? And vacuum seal it and make it easier to ship, smaller. I don't know how that works, so maybe I'll sit down with her, make up a business plan. Listen, this is your new thing. You're going to be a sweatshop. See y'all in like a month. Oh no. Well, donate before you leave for a month. Drop my link tree. Hold on. My little link tree. I also gotta send a thing to freaking Machinist. Like after you bought the car off of me, I got like a couple key fobs for him still and some other stuff. Got a dash cover. Like $100 worth of stuff. There's my link tree. I do have a shop vac that's reversible. I got one of the little, I think it's called a Stinger. It's really small. I actually have a second one at my parents' that I left there, which I could go pick up, but why the hell do I need 2 vacuums? I just move the damn thing where I want. I just plug it in. Put it on the saw. Oh my God, it worked great. Like the saw I have, my skill miter saw, it clicks right on top of it. And I was like, holy shit. Yeah, that's it. That's Eufy's when I dropped in there. And then I dropped the link too. Should be little Eufy on YouTube. Should be in there. He's doing pretty good. He's feeling better now after what happened. Access denied. You shouldn't have access denied. Which link are you trying to get? Are you trying to get the PayPal or are you trying to get the... You trying to get this one? Sweet. Yeah, she's trying to get 1,000 people. And I'm trying to build a community of streamers to like connect with. But again, I have a habit of pissing people off. So there's a direct PayPal link, which you usually use. Good night, Sean. Take care, buddy. But yeah, I think, I don't know. I come up with a bunch of different plans. Maybe like filming some fun projects will be cool to do. I gotta also go put a freaking, I gotta go put a walkway up in my attic. It's all good, man. I know I do, Scott. It's okay, buddy. But you like it when I piss on you, not off you. Linktree, PayPal, connected. Thanks. No problem. Thank you, buddy. Again, all the other links are separate too. Is my cousin named James? No. I actually don't really know my cousins. Like when you grow up with a big family, like you kind of just, like with a lot of brothers and sisters, you kind of, I don't know, are more around them than anything else.
He looks like my twin? I have to go look him up. All right, y'all. You have a good night. I am out of here. Take care, everybody. Sweet dreams. Have a wonderful night. I will be on probably tomorrow since I seem to be on every day. He works at the Dollar General. Oh. Yeah, no, I don't know. I don't think I have any name, James. We love you too, buddy. We love you all. You have a good night. Take care, everyone, and I will talk to you all tomorrow. Sweet dreams, everybody. Take care. We'll be storming Portugal to save you soon. Don't worry. I'll try to get the new thing up for the 4 screen soon too. That way it flows all better. Night, everybody. Hey, thank you very much for the $10 redues. I knew who that was. Abe the Captain, you have a very good night, buddy.